Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel for yet another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Brielle and welcome to this side of YouTube. So getting straight into the message of the day, normalize stillness in your life. I know in this fast-paced world the term stillness is like Greek, because nobody wants to rest. Everybody wants to be on the move. Okay, by resting I don't mean actually, yes, rest is good. Like in the normal way of thinking about rest is that you take a break away from everything that you're doing and like just focusing solemnly on like taking care of your inner child or inner person. But in this scenario we're gonna talk about like stillness, and stillness in life means not always having noise in your life. Like sometimes you need to take a little bit of time to just search for God, search for his answers, search for his instructions, because sometimes we get so lost in what we are focused on doing that we forget, we are supposed to incorporate God into our plans and not the other way around, because sometimes you might be doing something that is not in alignment with what the Lord wants you to do at that moment. So it's always good to be still and to search for the voice of the Lord. And as I always tell you guys, majority of the time the Lord doesn't speak in huge ways, so you really have to pay a lot of attention in order to find the voice of the Lord. And that means to be still, not to listen to yourself, not to listen to the people around you, but to actually take action towards searching for the voice of the Lord. And today I have a couple of Bible verses. Oh my God, I don't know why my mind is like in loops, but we're gonna make this happen. So the first verse that I have is from Exodus 14:14, when the Israelites were complaining to Moses about, spending a lot of time in the desert. And Moses told them, the Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still, And behind this, we can see that, the Lord is our defender and our protector. And I read somewhere that, in the Lord's plan, he has also included the fact that, sometimes you'll not always be working, always. And he knows that, because the Lord knew us before he formed us, and all of our lives, sequences, like everything that happens in our lives from birth to death is already written, so we need to be still. I know as human beings we find it hard to be still, but we need to start practicing stillness in our lives if at all we want to elevate or have some growth or have some new perspective when it comes to life, or like receiving new revelations regarding your path. Then the second one is Psalms 46:10, which says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." So here it says, pause and recognize the sovereignty and greatness of God, because the Lord tells us, be still and know that I am God. Like, first of all, we have to recognize that the Lord is God, because you can't be still and trust God when you don't know that he is God, when you're out here doubting what he can do, And I know sometimes it will get to you, because of the circumstances of life or what you face at some point in your life, but I need you guys to to stay with me. You know, like, let us keep working on our faith together, you know, because I feel like there is no end to faith. I feel like every day is a new day to keep on building your faith, because faith can never end. You know, that's why you unlock new levels in your work, and you keep unlocking and locking, even when you think that you've reached you know, the peak. You realize that, you know, you have more steps to take. You know, God often speaks in the still small voice that we hear best in quiet moments. You know, so this is from First Kings. Like, this is a reference in regards to First Kings 19:11-12, where the Lord sent a strong wind which destroyed the mountains, you know, and the people were waiting to see the Lord in the wind, and he wasn't there. Then came an earthquake. People looked for the Lord in the earthquake, he wasn't there. Then came fire. People looked for the Lord in the fire, and he wasn't there. Then finally there was a low whisper. You see, where the people heard the Lord from the low whisper. So this is just something to summarize and to tell you that you have to practice you have to incorporate stillness in your life, because it is important. Sometimes you might think, why am I not hearing God, or why am I not receiving instructions? It's because you're always loud, like your inner self is loud, you know, and you're also deep lost in the chaos of the world, you know. Stillness, 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 that's the word of the day. You have to practice stillness. If you haven't been practicing stillness, this is your sign to start practicing stillness right now, you know. And while taking a break from all the stuff that life has to offer, you know, don't just take a break for the sake of it and just, you know, sit down and do nothing, or indulge in things that, you know, aren't healthy for you. You know, you have to actually, in this period, search for God and seek him. You know, this is where you do your fasting, this is where you do your Bible study, this is where you pray like there's no tomorrow. You know, and trust me, God will always come through. He always has his own ways, you know. Yeah, it is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. That's like my punchline, or like final line. You know. So yeah, that's the message of the day, you guys. Happy new week, take care, and I'ma see you all in my next video. So ciao.